what do you think the best way is to hold space for people when they're grieving? Like any tips for like for the audience, for the listeners who who follows us, that like what's the best? Is there a best way at all, or
You know, if someone is asking, how do I hold space for someone? They probably care about them. They
mm,
probably love them. They probably have been in a relationship with them. They've been spending time with them.
yeah,
And if I've been spending time with you, I know some things that make you click and don't make you click. Lean into that. Lean
mm,
into that uniqueness of that person and the relationship that you have with them,
yeah,
and do the things that you know that comfort them. And so let's say for me, my husband cut the grass. I
mm,
was not cutting the grass. And a friend called and says, "Is there anything I can do for you?" Now, what they didn't know, about maybe a day or a couple of hours, I don't have the timeline, but I was out in the backyard trying to rake the leaves.
yeah,
And I've got Mark's gloves on, I've got the rake, and I just, "Ooh, I'm not," and I'm like, I could envision my neighbors going, "She's losing it now in the backyard." And I raked like a little pile of leaves and I went in the house. I was done.
done.
When they called and said, "Can they do anything?" I said, "Can you rake the leaves in my yard?" Now, they had not been in my house. They did not know how big the yard was, but I did not care. And they came and they raked all those leaves. That was comfort to me. It was raking the leaves, but it was a task that was beyond me emotionally.
Yeah,
Maybe someone, I know widows that were pregnant when their spouse passed. I know
yeah,
widows that their children were young. They need water, they need groceries. They may not can stand taking out the trash. Think of what are the things that you could reduce the burden in their life and just say, "Can I take your trash out for a year?" Because if you say, "What can I do for you?" What I really want to say is, "Can you make my spouse come back?" But I don't want to say that out loud because you're going to think that I'm Looney
yeah,
Tune.
yeah,
But don't make me think of something else because my mental is already impaired. If you know me enough and love me, pick something you know that I've said over our friendship that I cannot stand doing and that the other person does, and just say, "Can I do this? Can I pick up your groceries for you for 2 months? Can I take the children and drop them off so you can have a couple of moments?" Because there are so many people with young children that only get to scream or cry when they're in their car or in the shower because
yeah,
they never have a moment alone. So I agree, it is unique. So take the uniqueness of that
mm,
relationship and what you know and lean in, and don't ask, "What do you need?" Come to them with two or three options and go, "Which one of these can I do for you?"